To conclude procurements, the control aspect of the procurements is nothing but, as we are discussing all other control aspects, this is where you try to see whether your procurements are up to the expectations, whether the seller's performance, your consultant's performance is up to the requirement, up to the expected that you expected from him. Whether the vulnerability test that the third party is doing is up to the standard that you expected and you are specified in your agreement. So this is the point that you as a project manager try to monitor and see whether the seller's performance is up to the quality standards or the up to the scope of work that you have already specified in your RFPs is up to that standard, and take corrective actions accordingly for if any deviations that you see during the control procurement process. So corrective actions, straight away to corrective actions, can be a dispute resolutions, and basically it can be compensations or penalties as per your agreement. Sometimes you might have to, if worst case, you might have to go for arbitration, or worst case you might have to sought legal advice of how to if your consultant is not performing his work as to the expected quality level that you expected to him to work. Then again, not only to the scope of work, you as a project manager, you can if you can, in your previous sessions, the earned value analysis, if you can remember, whether there is a cost variance is there, whether there is a schedule variance is there, at work package level, whether you're behind, whether the consultant is behind the schedule or ahead of the schedule, whether consultant have already taken majority of the cost, so that the earned value analysis, if you can remember, maybe the work that he had done is less for the amount he have already charged at the consultancy. So you can do an earned value analysis and see whether there's a variance, so that you know that something is wrong here. Or you can do your schedule performance index and the cost performance index. If you can remember, on the cost management we did, you can do a trend analysis and see if the things are going like this, the consultant will definitely delay another 1.5 months time. Or if the cost profile already has taken a majority of the cost, and then if you go on like this, definitely there will be a cost overrun. So you can extrapolate and see of your trend analysis how well the procurement is performing. You can for this, as you as a project manager, you can do a sample review or a physical review. You can discuss with your consultant or discuss with your team how the consultant's training has been. If they are not satisfied, then definitely you can take a one-on-one meeting with your consultant and see, look here chap, we will have to start performing, otherwise I will have to terminate the contract. So likewise, you can do your own inspection methods, or sometimes you have a right to audit. Sometimes in certain agreements, the customer, if you are a buyer, you can enter in your agreement that sometimes definitely in larger procurements, you ask for the right to audit the supplier, and you send audit team to the factory of the supplier and try to audit and see whether he adheres to the quality standards that you have specified in your procurement documents. So sometimes definitely I have seen in my practical also that customers ask right to audit the suppliers. Many suppliers refuse it on outright, but then if you are a powerful buyer, then of course definitely you can say, no, I want right to audit to your factory. So especially in construction methods, definitely the firm that is buying maybe cupboards for a entire apartment complex, you have a right to go and audit the carpentry work of that supplier. Then at the control stage, maybe sometimes you might close agreements, or you can prematurely terminate agreements if you have a dispute, and then you can generate your work performance information as always in the control part, and there can be change requests to your cost baseline, schedule baseline, depending on any delays in the control. If you see a delay, then definitely your schedule baseline start getting adjusted. If you see a cost overrun, definitely your cost baseline start getting adjusted. Maybe there are quality issues, quality baselines can get adjusted. So any whatever the adjustment as a project manager, we know that it should go under integrated change control process.